that concludes our show for today. Actually, no, I lied.
I
There's
was
one
gonna
more.
say.
There's one more thing. My bad. So Death Before Dishonor is actually tonight, Ring of Honor. And originally Eddie Kingston can no longer challenge for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship at Death Before Dishonor due to his obligations for New Japan's G1 Climax tournament. So obviously, like, you know, not Impact. AEW is a little bit looser with their wrestlers, and a lot of wrestlers are able to go overseas and wrestle in different promotions. But I wanted to know, do you believe that Tony Khan has kind of shot himself in the foot by letting wrestlers that work for his company work for other companies when they have previous obligations?
So you can't defend
So he can't fight for the world title. He can't fight
not for
Claudio.
AEW, but because of something he has to do outside AEW.
Correct. So this is actually Ring of Honor. So I mean, it's still kind of
Wow.
under the Tony Khan umbrella, but he cannot challenge for the Ring of Honor world title because Eddie's in the G1 Climax.
That's embarrassing.
It's super embarrassing. But I wanted to know your take on it.
No, that's what I think, and this goes back to just me ranting about how Tony Khan is a shitty booker or sucks at time management. He sucks at doing it when it's a weekly show, and he apparently sucks at doing it long term on the calendar. Because how do you fuck that up? I have no issue with him having allowing his workers to work outside the company. I love it because the cross promotion helps everyone and it does return back to AEW when they want to work with outside people for some storylines or for things like with Forbidden Door and stuff like that. So I love it for that reasoning. But I just find it embarrassing that you have to prioritize outside before your own company. I feel like as a businessman, your company should come first. So I would hope that if he is wiser than what he has been portraying, that this is going to be a scratch your back, scratch my back after situation. Because the crowd loves Eddie Kingston. He's been doing a really good job. Like both on AEW television, yes, but he's been doing like a great job outside. I've been
Mhm.
seeing some of his work. He's so entertaining, man. I love Eddie Kingston. I love that he's getting his moment. So maybe they could work something out to where they could carry something back over here. Um, but just otherwise, yeah, man. Like this is very embarrassing. So you need to have a comeback because I'm ready to run my mouth again about you, Tony. It's so funny. He does one great thing, like he does like an amazing thing for me, where I start to believe him a little bit, and then he just does something afterwards. There's just like why? Like, do you think? But I could be
I actually,
wrong. What do you
I
think?
actually have a rebuttal.
You would. You
Um,
would have a
I
rebuttal.
I disagree. Here's the reason why I disagree with that stance. And at first I said, yeah, it's embarrassing, but I kind of had to like think it through a little bit, and I think I have a new stance. So my stance is that
It's fake.
sometimes in business, if you have to, when you want to extend a relationship, you have to make a very, very deep sacrifice. Not a deep sacrifice, but a sacrifice that is worthy enough or that is valuable enough that can send a message to the company that you're partnering with in order for you to extend and to keep that partnership going. Because I'm going to put this out here for you. New Japan Pro Wrestling owns Bullet Club, but there's a
Mm-hmm.
Bullet Club on AEW.
Yeah.
There's
Mm-hmm.
no Bullet Club in WWE. There's no
Mm-hmm.
Bullet Club in certain other promotions, but AEW is able to make money off of the Bullet Club. That's something that is that that is not applicable to any other wrestling promotion in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that New Japan had to sacrifice a little bit of their intellectual property in order to say, hey, listen, we're so serious about teaming up with you. We're willing to give you, or we're willing to lend you our most valuable intellectual property. Mind you, Jay White walked out of New Japan Pro Wrestling. They could have been like, you figure it out. You find your new gimmick, do what you want, like figure it out, just leave us out of it. And in this case, if had this been any other event or tournament, I would have been like, that's dumb. But New Japan's G1 Climax is New Japan's Royal Rumble in terms of the significance to the company. The G1 Climax is like the Royal Rumble. Wrestle Kingdom is their WrestleMania. This is the crown jewel tournament of New Japan Pro Wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
right? I know that Eddie Kingston wants to participate in this. I know that New Japan wants Eddie Kingston to participate in this. So you're actually killing two birds with one stone here.
Mm-hmm.
You're letting Eddie Kingston be in the tournament that he's always wanted to be in.
Mm-hmm.
When his contract is up, he's going to take that into account. I could go over here, but Tony really let me do the G1 Climax. He didn't have to let me do that. Yeah, I'm signing an
Mm-hmm.
extension. And then on the other hand, we have New Japan. Yo, Eddie Kingston was supposed to wrestle for the Ring of Honor title. He could have been pulled from the Climax tournament, and we would have been asked out. But Tony let us do our thing. You know what? Yeah, if they want Okada again, they can have him. They want Tanahashi again, they can have him. Because Tony Khan didn't have to do that. Sometimes you have to lose a little to gain a lot. And I feel like Tony is approaching this with this kind of approach. And that's the reason why Eddie is participating in this G1 Climax. They're playing the long game here. And it
Mm-hmm.
sucks because of how loved and admired Eddie Kingston is. But we've been talking about it over the past couple weeks. AEW is about to get a bag. They have a third show. They're going to be extended for multiple years.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to want to get some talent from New Japan.
Oh yeah.
So now the question is, what do we have to do to maintain that relationship? And I think that this is one of those things. That's my
I'm not
argument.
mad at it. I'm actually not mad at that explanation. I mean, it is kind of similar to like the scratch your back, scratch my back thing, but when you break it down, like, deeper into that, I guess you really can't hate on it. I guess my brain can't help sometimes, but to like look at things the way like Vince would. Like Vince would always put like his company like ahead of anybody else, and then you come after me and you serve me.
Mm,
But I guess when you do play the long game, you're more likely to maybe acquire more talent. And I mean, that's why we had the beauty that we did have with Forbidden Door.
absolutely.
So, yeah, that's probably going to work out for them. That's the kind of the beauty of AEW in general. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that they are in bed with New Japan, because it's like kind of slowly feeling like they're meshing
Mm-hmm.
rosters, and like who knows down the line, it's not, who knows if down the line like they have a closer partnership with each other that we didn't even know about, where behind the scenes
Mm-hmm.
like they actually like are trying to maybe have like a branded like pay-per-view, maybe with given time over there they're gonna have AEW wrestlers and have like a fusion going on, like a
Absolutely.
pay-per-view down there. I feel like they are brewing up something behind the scenes that we don't know about because of the back scratching that they're doing back and forth. Because how do you put so much trust into a company that's been here like for only 3 years?
Very
You
true.
know, like he has to be doing something, right? Even if I don't agree with everything that he does, I mean, he's been making some pretty like big moves in
He's been
regards of
doing his
like,
big one.
yeah, I mean, like getting Kota Ibushi, I can't skip over that. Like you managed to get this man who literally did not want to deal with Japan to come all the way over to you guys and reunite and get pretty much the whole Bullet Club, sorry, Golden Elite back together. So I
That's
can't
just tough.
completely hate on the man. All
But
right,
yeah,
Tony, you got me there. Checkmate.
I won Mo over again. I am 2-0.
What
But
cokehead?
anyway, thank you. I mean, not thank you. Let us know in the comments how you feel about this. Um, is does Tony Khan need to restrict the wrestlers and their outside obligations or what? Let us know in the comments below.